10 common mistakes students make while studying and how you can avoid them. Now, a lot of students make this 10 common mistake I want to lay down in this video. That is why they get little or no result during their study. You see students who go to class every single day, but yet could not remember most of the things you have read. Now, when you read today and you understand, probably when you come back the other week, you have totally forgotten everything. And this leads to like all his efforts will turn to dust because you will not see his efforts in exam which will go to affect his results, his or her results. So you want to stick to the end of this video so that you can know the common mistake, you can know this mistake you are making and how you can easily what avoid them. My goal is to expose this 10 common mistake for you. Number one, expose this common mistake for you, then give you strategy and step by step on how you can what avoid this common mistake so you can start seeing positive what results. Now, but before I get into this video here, if you are that kind of person or student that don't like watching long video, please scroll now because this video is going to be dense, intensive video because I want to lay down every single thing for you to be able to understand the concept I'm trying to make and give you strategy on how you can start reading better. Hope you understand. So I love creating long content because long content is what I myself benefit from. Now, when I share the creators that I actually benefit from, these are content that I produce like 20 minutes video and 30 minutes video. Just now, and when I check the effect those videos really have on me, they make massive improvements in my life. So as a creator too, what actually worked for me, that's what I'm still going to work to create. That's why even my mass chemistry videos, they are always lengthy. You will not see me produce only 5 minutes videos or 10 minutes video. Do you understand? All my videos are 15, 90, 20 minutes video, 25 minutes video, 30 minutes video. Try to what explain the concept very well, solve a lot of questions so that by the time you finish watching those videos there, you will be able to what master that topic. Just the same thing with my talking head videos. Just so when I'm creating a video, now I'm trying to what lay down every single point necessary for someone to follow, step to follow, and see massive improvements. So if you're that kind of person that don't like watch long video, please don't watch again. Screw that because this video is not for you. As a matter of fact, it's going to offend you because it's going to be a length, dense video. Do you understand? And for those of you who will stick to the end of this video, understand that you are going to benefit a lot only if you start putting them to practice. Do you understand? Now, let me say this here. Some students have bad habits. Now, they watch a video or watch a concept, but they've never implemented what they study or what they have learned. Now, if you watch the video to the end and yet you do not take action on this thing you are going to watch, now it's just like you are wasting your time because watching video alone will not give the kind of results you want or improve your life the way you want. It is when you put them into what practice. Now you are going to put them into practice. Let's get into it. The first common mistake you must avoid as a student when you are reading, if truly you want to get most from your study, is passive learning. Right? What is passive learning? Passive learning simply means reading textbook or alighting without engaging with the material. Why is this ineffective? Research shows that passive activities like rereading or alighting don't engage the brain deeply enough to retain information. Look at something here. I myself, I normally do this mistake all the time when I was in my secondary school and my year one. So I think that just reading, copy note, highlighting some of those important points, it is what make an effective study. Just but research shows that this activity are called passive. Just you don't actually engage in study when you are only highlighting text and when you are only highlighting text, writing, reading. You don't actually engage with text. And it is only when you summarize the note in your words, test yourself without looking at the material, and teach this concept to other person. This is when you engage your brain in a deep level. So now, since I started teaching students tutorial, I have always recall most of the things I've studied. Do you understand? And my study are always effective. Do you understand? I will also try to summarize those things in my own words and try to test myself. Now, so how to avoid this? How do you avoid this? Number one, use active recall, a technique where you test yourself on the material without looking at the answers. That is number one. Number two, summarize concept in your own words or the, teach them to someone else. So that is first thing. That is what first mistake you have to avoid. And I've given you strategy on how to what to avoid them. Just now. Number two common mistakes they make that actually affect them academically and they hardly do well in examination is what cramming before exam. Cramming before exam is trying to memorize large amounts of information in a short time. Yes, so when you are trying to memorize short or try to get a lot of information for a very short time, this is one of the mistakes a lot of students make. Just I've seen a lot of students make this mistake. Like when I was in my secondary school, I made this mistake. When I was in my primary school, made this mistake. Just even some parts when I was my year one, my year, so I also make this mistake. The reason why I made this mistake is that one of the reasons why most people make this mistake is when they don't actually what start studying your time. When exam is very close and there are no compulsory there, they want to try to memorize all the information on time. And this one is what is ineffective. So why is this ineffective? When you cram, it's just for short term retention. And this is the reason why a lot of students when they cram, now when they get to the exam, once they pour the information, when they come out, they have forgotten every single thing. So you don't be like that kind of student who cram just for exam, and after the exam, they have totally forgotten everything. You don't have to be like that kind of student. Just that thing here is that short term cramming leads to short term memory, but you cannot retain information for a very long time. That is why a lot of students when after the exam that they cannot actually recall what they have written. Just so how do you avoid it? Number one, use spaced repetition where you review materials at increasing interval over time. Number two, start studying weeks in advance and review frequently. Look at something here. If you are a good student, go and check every good student. Every good student read on time. They read ahead. So that they can have space to come back again to reread the material. When you give yourself space, when you give yourself time to master the textbook, master the concept, now it's going to be in your long term memory. Instead of cramming those things 2 weeks to the exam, 1 to the exam, or a day to the exam, you have to give yourself space, come back to the concept again, reread the concept again, set question for yourself. This is how you store information in your long term memory. So that is why even after the exam, some students can still recall what they have studied. Why? Because when you when you score a space repetition, you read a topic today, then 2 days later you revise the topic. 1 week later you come back again to revise it. It's called space repetition. Now let me say this here. When you study once, the information go to your short term memory. Just now when you come back again to read and read it again, give yourself like 1 2 weeks and come back again and read the stuff here. Now the more you read this thing, the more you practice, the more you solve question on this concept. Now the more the information get into your long term memory. Just that was mistake number two, and I've given you how to avoid it. Now let me to what number three. Three is what multitasking when you are reading or doing study. Now look at something here. The reason why a lot of students don't actually get get the most out of their study is they multitask. Like when they are studying, what they do again, they move to social media or they start talking with their friends. Now look at something here. If you want to get the most out of your class, you need to apply deep focus. Just so why is this ineffective? Multitasking reduce cognitive performance because the brain cannot focus effectively on multitasking. Just so how to avoid it? Number one, use Pomodoro techniques. Study for 15 minutes, then take break for 5 minutes. Number two, eliminate distraction by keeping your phone in another room or just staying away with your phone when doing study. Just so some students we go to class to study, but they are on social media, so they don't actually want to focus on what they are studying. So your brain cannot function very well when you multitask. So that is why at times you want to read for 25 minutes or 30 minutes, then give yourself 5 minutes break, they come back again. Just that this is what is really good to what to help you. Number four, studying for long hours without breaks. Now, I myself I made this mistake during my student days on the more serious start. Believing that longer study session means better results is a lie. It does not mean better results. So why is this effective? Prolonged focus leads to mental fatigue, which reduce productivity and retention. So the longer you go in your study, the more fatigue your brain becomes, which reduce productivity and retention on the more serious note. So how to avoid it? Number one, take regular breaks to recharge. For example, a 5 to 10 minutes break after every 15 minutes of study. Number two, incorporate physical movement during breaks to boost focus and energy. So when you're taking your break, 5 minutes break, you can take a walk, you can do some short exercise. Do you understand? This will help you a lot to boost. This will help you a lot to boost your focus and energy on the more serious. I try this a lot and it really works. Just ignoring the importance of sleep, right? Staying awake, staying up late to study, sacrificing sleep to gain more time. Now, this is a common mistake. Now, you should avoid late study, like midnight study. You should avoid it on the more serious note. Now, because when you sleep, this is where your brain perform your brain retention. This is where your brain perform tasks of storing information to your brain. Now, there's a research that shows that now when you sleep, your brain your brain filter those information that are not needed and store those information that you really what need. So if you deprive yourself of sleep or you don't having enough sleep, it's going to affect your retention, like your 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 retention, like storing information in your brain. So the more you deprive yourself of sleep, the more you easily forget what you study. But if you give yourself a proper sleep, the numbers of hours you're supposed to sleep, then you find that you retain information more. Do you understand? I'm going to make that research because I've seen that research before. How sleeping will help you remember most of the things you have studied. Do you understand? It is when you are sleeping that is when your brain perform on the what information you are what giving to it. Just so how do you avoid this here? Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Just so now I myself I don't sleep up to 7 hours every night. I sleep up to 5 to 6 hours every night. Just so most times I go to bed by 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. I wake up by 3. So 5 hours. To me, 5 hours is okay for me. Just 5 hours is okay because of my work. I wake up by 3 and 4. Just I'm even recording this video by 2 a.m. When I'm recording this video is about by 2 a.m. Just so I wake up early in the morning to do some tasks. Then after I finish some tasks, I will now go back again to sleep for maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes or 2 hours before I start my day. Just but make sure that you give yourself enough rest. Don't deprive yourself of sleep. Just I remember when I used to go to night class and read from 10 to 5, those from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. I can tell you that those are time are just waste of time because I'm deprived of myself from sleep. I didn't know these are mistakes that students used to make that actually what affect them. Hope you understand. Number 6 is failing to practice retrieval. Review notes or reading chapters instead of testing themselves. Just so when you only read without testing yourself is a big mistake lost they make. Now why is this ineffective? Retrieval practice strengthen memory and make information easily to recall. So how to avoid it? Number one, use flashcard, quiz or past question to test yourself. Just that it's very important. So that this is the reason why in my private online class, I always test them to go study past question on each of the topic we have done. Or at times I give them quiz. Just and number two, simulate exam condition to practice recurring under pressure. So that is why if you really want to do well academically and try to uh, be one of the best you can be and get the kind of results you want, most times you need to set exam for yourself under the exam standard condition. Just and it's going to be of great help to you. That was number what six. Number seven is study in an unstructured way. When you are reading without a well structured way. Why is it a mistake? Studying without a clear plan or randomly switching between topics. This is the reason why it's a mistake. So when you go to class, you randomly switch between these topics. For example, you want to read physics or chemistry. Now you don't even know exactly what you want to study. That is why one of the ways to actually want to read effectively or to be very, very effective in your personal study is you give yourself goals. Now, before you give yourself plans, you structure out what you want to study in that night. Just so students, what they do is that they switch between topics or courses. Now they don't know exactly what they want to study. Just so why is this ineffective? The brain thrives on structure. Random studying leads to confusion and incomplete coverage. So how do you avoid it? Number one, create a study schedule with specific goal for each session. That is it. So for each of your time, for example now, you want to read 2 hours or 1 hour 30 minutes here. In that 1 hour 30 minutes here, you should define exactly what you want to study and that subject you want to study. Do you understand? You must structure it out. It's very important. Just number two, prioritize difficult topics first where your energy is highest. Just so when I wake up early in the morning, I do my most difficult tasks. Just because this is where my energy is very, very high and is really and it will actually be of great help to me. Number eight, neglecting physical and mental health. I can tell you that a lot of students actually ignore this. Now, why is it a mistake? Ignoring exercises, poor diet, or letting stress to take over. Just as so, when you allow stress to take over you, when you don't involve in physical exercises, when you don't eat good food, these are the common mistakes they make when they are studying. It affects you because you need to take care of your health. You need to your mind and body need to work. Your mind and body needs to align. Just so why is this why is this effective? The brain function best when your body is healthy. Serious notes. Now, how to avoid this? Number one, incorporate regular physical exercise like 30 minutes every single day. Do you understand? So every single day, try to take 30 minutes exercise. It's very, very important. It's going to help you. Number two, eat brain boosting foods rich in omega-3 antioxidants and vitamins. Try and make sure that you eat good food. Do you understand? Make sure, yeah, rich in this what vitamins, omega-3 and antioxidants. It's very important. Go and browse information about this one here. In my future video, I might be creating videos on this. Number three, practice mindfulness or meditation to manage stress. This is now when I started practicing meditation, this is where I know the importance of meditation. Just now when you before you study, try to meditate, try to calm your mind down. These are things that are very, very important. These are things you need to practice. These are things you need to put into your daily routine that will help you as a student. So number nine is what? Not reviewing notes after class. This is a big mistake. When students we go to study and they don't review their notes. Now, letting information pile up without revising it soon after learning. So why is this ineffective? The forgetting curve shows that memory retention drops significantly within 24 hours without review. How do you avoid this? You have to review your notes after learning or after studying. Just review your notes immediately after class. Don't pile up the notes. Just so probably you have class today. Now once you get to try to revise for 15 to 30 minutes or 1 hour. Just try to revise notes. This will help you study, put the information in your long-term memory, and you don't easily forget it. The last one is studying in a wrong environment. When you are in an environment when crowd, noise, somebody's playing music, you can never achieve, you can never read effectively there. It's one of the common mistakes. Just so how do you avoid this? Try as much try how do you avoid this here? Try as much as possible to read in a quiet environment, or you use music that can actually what help you to focus. Just and so when you're in an environment, try to use headphones that diffuse or reduce the noise and make you what stay focused. So these are the what take home mistakes they make when they was studying. I hope this video is helpful. I don't talk much. Please subscribe, like, and let me know the point that actually resonates with you in this video. See you in my next video.